gonna do an expert level one today. I just need to start hashing these out. I haven't done a hard ever. Difficulty hard. Graph theory hard. Real estate broker. Alright, so you are a real estate broker in ancient Gnosis. You have M unsold houses, and each house J has an area XJ, a minimum price YJ. You also have N clients, and each client I wants a house with an area greater than AI and a price less than PI. Each client can buy. First line contains two space separated entities, the number of clients, the number of houses. So N clients houses. So int M clients. So client price area slash price. The client wants area at least of house and a price at most so he wants alright, so 4 equals 0, I is less than clients. Well, this is, I don't know, this is the brute force implementation. So alright, so we have the house, and then, so I mean, I guess I can arrange this into, I can arrange this into clients, and I need to sort clients by, I don't know, am I supposed to sort clients by, let's see what it says. Should I sort them before? I'm just gonna chat GPT. This is my first one, so I'm just gonna chat GPT it. Alright. What's the general strategy since this is a hard? It's graph theory, so it's not going to be a brute force implementation. so it was sort houses by price descending. So I was right. I was right with the sort houses. Sort houses by price descending. Sort houses by price descending. Descending. Sort clients. Price descending. Price descending. Alright, so we have 4 int I equals 0. I is less than n I plus plus. So client list integer sorted equals new array list integer house sorted. Descending. So I need to find the max house. I just need to get my brain back inside of the coding brain. So the maximum, what is a maximum by par type matching problem? Maximum by par type matching. So at most ones, each client buys at most one house. In West Virginia, clients I. Alright, so how do I sort this? I want to find sort like this. That's how they're doing the sort. Sort is going on like this. They're using arrays.sort. I didn't know that existed, so learned something new this time. That's all we have. That's all it's about. All right. Tree map, area, count. What is floor entry? What is floor entry? Alright, so I learned about floor entry too. For houses, alright, so we have the area bag. Area bag, so the area bag is area and count. Client CI. So this is just, the CI is to loop through the clients. So it's sorted. So in required area, area bag.merge, required area. Right, so we're starting with the house. So we pick the house for int house and houses. So we basically just want to grab the lowest, the client, find the client with the largest area requirement, less than or equal to the house area. So this is just grabbing all the required area and throwing it inside of the area bag. Oh, I learned about merge too. That's a good one to know. Alright, so basically we're going through for each house. We have to we go to the client, find the client with the largest area requirement is less than or equal to house price. So we're looking at areas. So first we're looking at who can afford this price. So we find a house, then we say, all right, which clients can actually afford this house? So if the client's price is greater than or equal to the house price, it can afford it. So it's a candidate to actually buy this house. And then after we find the candidate, after we find all possible candidate, we find the largest area requirement, which is less than or equal to the house area. Wait, so one wants a house with an area, and each client wants a house with an area greater than AI. Shouldn't it be greater than or equal to house area? Shouldn't it be? Shouldn't it be? Oh, okay. So client house area is greater than or equal to client area. House area. Oh, okay. So the house area, the area required. So if the client requires a 500 and the house area is a 600, that's fine. So first we say all so we say can they afford this house? And then we say, all right, so find the client with the largest area that is less than or equal to the house area. So the house area has to be greater than what they want. Floor entry, and what does floor entry do? Find the largest required area. What does floor entry do again? It gives you the map entry with the greatest key that is less than or equal to the given key. So we're given the house area. We're given the house area, and we say the area bag floor entry of the house area, which is the largest key that is given. The house area just has to be bigger. The area of the house has to be bigger than what they want, and it has to be a value, and the house has to be the client price has to be greater than the house price. So they have to be willing to pay more than what the house costs. They have to be required to pay more than what the house costs or equal to what the house costs. And the house has to be greater than or equal to what they want in size. And so we go to the client, we say, can you afford this house? And then after this we say, all right, is the house big enough for you? So first we say, can you afford this house? And then we say, is this house big enough for you? And we're going to take the client with the largest house that is less than this house. Then so we're going to pick one where it's like this guy has the biggest requirement for this house area, and then we're going to say if the pick does not equal no, and area equals pick.get key, and count equals pick.get value. If count is equal to 1, area bag.remove area, else area bag.put area matches plus plus. Can you describe what this does? Alright. I just want to make sure I understand this. Here's where you found a client via floor entry who can take the current house. If pick's not okay, so the Okay, so I can just put, let's see, what does this do? Alright, so this one doesn't even work, so. Alright, so it's a maximum bipartite graph. So basically, the trick here is understanding that breakdown. This is the graph here. It's a maximum bipartite graph. It isn't one that is like that. So it's basically what this is it's saying we have these clients and they're like 74, 74, 72, 71, and then we have a house which is at 80, 80, 80, 4, 84. So they all want 71, 72, 73. And so basically it's going to say, all right, so this guy goes here, this guy goes here, this guy goes here, this guy goes here, and we're just looking for how many clients can get houses. So again, we're saying if we're going to say, so first we say we're looking for clients that have, it has to have the price has to be for each house. All right, for each house, it depends on how. Can you flip this? Can you flip this for matching clients to houses? All right, so yeah, you can. Less than or equal to max price. All right, so basically that's greater than or equal or less than or equal to. That's the difference. That's the flip. So it's if you want to, it's if you either want to match, you can match houses. So you have to pick one and stick with it. So client, if we're this one, we're matching a house to a client. So this is the client area bag. It's still client. Add all houses this client can afford. Add all clients who can afford this house. Add all houses that can afford this client. Add all houses this client can afford, or add all clients who can afford this house. It's just it's not a no-brainer. This one's actually, it's just understanding that you can flip it, and then you have to know about how to make a map out of it, and knowing about floor entry, and that if you put something, it replaces that count instead of like just understanding that a put will replace it if that map already has a value with a put. So there we go. We did this in about 30. It took me 30 minutes to figure this out. That's slow. I still don't even understand it that well. Yeah, I mean that's just how it goes. I mean, I guess I'd have 45 minutes to figure this out inside of an interview. So I mean, it's just twisting that language is the big issue. But that's the maximum bipartite problem. Since we have time, we're going to go back up and we're going to find it says, why not max flow? What does this mean? Hopcraft cart. To graph max flow for it, you can model the client's house's problem as a bipartite graph. So if I was to change this to a map hash map. Oh, hash map doesn't have floor entry. Only tree map has floor entry. Only tree map has floor entry. So why doesn't all right, tree map has my part has all right, so tree. All right, cool. I learned something new today. All right, and I did that in 30 minutes. So we learned about tree map versus hash map. That's good. That's good to know. Awesome. Great.